Also, look at my hair. It did not hold up well during practice. Hey, it's Kate, but you could call me Mommy or Your Majesty. It's synonymous with my name at this point anyway. And I like to make do with what I have and make the most out of it, then build from there. This is how to make your life suck less in 5 steps. Number 1, separate yourself from the place and the people that broke you. See, the truth is that no matter your best efforts, if you're still in the environment that inhibits your growth and prevents you from being comfortable enough and supported enough to actually go out there and be able to build yourself and use your skills in the way that you know you could and to improve from there, well, no matter what you do, you're going to be stunted if you keep staying in the same place that broke you. It's kind of like that parable of those growing seeds. I don't even remember what exactly the story is, but basically, like, throw different seeds around, and depending on the environment, like if you throw a seed on the concrete road and it doesn't have the soil and the nutrients that it needs in order to sprout, ain't nothing gonna happen. Same thing with human beings. Majority of the time, it's not that you're useless. It's not that you don't have value. It's just that you're in a place, a space, and a crowd that doesn't know how to see you, that doesn't know how to appreciate you, that doesn't know how to be with you in the same space. So separating yourself from that can do wonders. Number 2, make money and manage it well. So money in and of itself, I don't really think that it's an end-all be-all, but it is a tool for safety and security and stability. Honestly, how you manage what you have is more important than focusing on what you don't have. Money is needed. I mean, this we can't deny. I know that there are certain households and cultures and practices that condemn wanting to have money or wanting to have more money, but barring the discussions of absolute greed, the truth is that money is needed to consistently tend to your needs and meet your obligations. With money, and money that's actually managed well, you can improve the current state of your life. Heck, money is needed in order to elevate your living, in order for you to be able to afford those doctor visits that you need, in order for you to pursue your hobbies and your passions. Money is needed. It also can't be denied that when you don't have money, or when you have money but you just don't know how to manage it well, all those unpaid bills, all that interest that's building on top of your loans, all the food that you wish you could eat, the experiences that you're missing out on, yeah, that takes a huge toll on your overall well-being. Not just physically because you can't afford to tend to yourself, but also mentally and emotionally, because the burden, the stress of all these unmet responsibilities and being and just being unable to secure even the bare minimum in living, it can destroy a person. It really stresses people out. 3, invest in meaningful experiences. So studies have shown that lasting happiness is actually attained through meaningful experiences instead of material things. Meaningful experiences can also include pursuing activities, pursuing traveling. There we go, you could travel. Versus, like, you know how people hoard things? Retail therapy, like they keep buying and then for a little while they're gonna feel good, but then after that they're left with a bunch of junk that doesn't really make that much of a difference to their overall happiness in the long term. Yeah. So I found that when I did get to a point in my life where I could actually afford the things that I want and I need, there came a point where I just kept buying and buying and buying material things, and I realized this isn't making me any happier, but I am comfortable, but it's not making me any happier. And then when I started shifting where I put in my fun money, now I'm constantly out and about. I'm taking, here classes where my hair doesn't hold that well, and volunteering for different groups that promote causes that I completely resonate with. And these were things that I could not afford back then. Even just volunteering would take like extra money out of the budget, transport like back and forth, right? And your food, obviously. So I did notice that overall my current state has been so much better now that I'm more willing to invest in meaningful experiences versus trying my hardest just trying to buy and buy and buy material things that does make my life easier, but it doesn't have the same impact. It doesn't bring me the same peace that you get when you can hop on a plane or a bus and just leave to go to a new city and reset. It hits completely different versus me like trying to buy new shoes and all that. Number 4. Well, that's an 8. Number 4, afford convenience. Appliances and services that can help lighten your load so you can focus more on the things that matter to you and more on the things that you would like to do will honestly help make your life so much easier, so much better. So these things do tend to cost more upfront, but what you get in return does tend to be worth it. The extra time, the energy that you get to preserve because you don't have to do certain tasks. You were able to outsource your tasks. It's the same. It's a business principle as well, right? Outsourcing your tasks so that you could focus on managing your business once your business scale is big enough. Same with your personal life, as I found. For example, I used to, when I was, working and I didn't have my own washing machine back then, I would literally just, if there were no laundry shops open, I would wash these things, my clothes by hand. And there was even a time when I had to wash like my bed sheets by hand. The amount of time and effort and energy that I saved when I finally got a washing machine, so I don't have to spend like hours hand scrubbing and then the effort. But this is why it's so worth it to be able to afford convenience, even during days when, for example, it's raining really, really hard. Instead of waiting so long in a country that does not have good public transport, it's so much easier to just book a ride going home in a car that you don't have to share with anybody else. By the time you do get home, you're not as stressed. And honestly, these little things that you do in order to lessen the stress and in order to give yourself time to be just the way that you are, instead of spending all that time uncomfortable, stressing, and just loathing your existence. It's all worth it. And number 5, work through internal issues. So that could range from a plethora of different things, from seeking professional help, talking with your therapist, getting your meds in order. There's also reading that you could do in order to understand more your diagnosis or what you think you have. It can't be denied that childhood traumas or issues that we don't fully comprehend yet, but our bodies and minds have internalized, greatly affects our relationships with ourselves and with others, which influences the current quality of our life. Yes, I'm reading from a list, so. And also, it would help to read more. Equip yourself with the knowledge necessary to understand what's going on within you and navigate from there. So, from my very poor state, just over a year ago, I can definitely say that I'm doing so much better now. And I was actually diagnosed with depression and complex post-traumatic stress disorder. There was really a time in my life when I wasn't functioning well. My career had stalled. Everything was just no go, was on hold, and every single day was just absolutely terrible. And the thing about that is that the moments prior to this, because the only time I actually got to deal with the effects of finally getting out of survival mode was when I could afford to be comfortable. See, the moment that I had enough money to be comfortable, and I had the place and the space where I was away from the same negative people that impacted me gravely, that's when I got taken out of survival mode and I crashed. Like, I finally felt the effects of trying my best to just keep going and going, even though I had, like, my tank was empty, basically. So I know it's really difficult, and honestly, it does get better when you keep going forward. Just don't let go. Insert "don't let go" Jack. I won't let go. Titanic reference here. Okay, so the meaning behind the title, well, see, these were the 5 main steps that I took in order to change my life from dreading every single day to now being excited to wake up, feeling happy, feeling at peace. Yeah, you could do all that, but you could still live miserably. Hence why I can't claim that this is how to be happy in 5 steps, because it really all boils down to you and how you perceive things and choose to live from there, given the variables of your current circumstances. Okay, I'm off. My battery is gonna die. If you found this video insightful, wait, what? If you found this video insightful, if you liked this video, if you found this video insightful, feel free to like and share it. Until next time. Completely forgot. Also, this video will be speaking from the perspective of a girl that is essentially self-made and did not come from privilege. So this still might be helpful no matter what the circumstance, no matter what your context is. I'm going to go ahead and share it anyway. You might pick something up along the way, best practices being shared and all that. And hopefully it helps. Bye.